Hi everyone, and welcome to episode number 139 of the Karen Knits podcast. My name is Karen, and I'm coming to you from South Central Pennsylvania, where I live, where I work, where I knit, and get into all kinds of other crafting shenanigans. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. It is Saturday, December 10th, 2022, and it's a cool, overcast kind of day out there. They've been threatening rain and possibly snow later tonight or tomorrow morning. We shall see. Right now it's kind of dark and dreary out there, so I'm kind of happy I'm right now just staying inside. So it has been a busy week with work stuff, other stuff, and Advent knitting. All the Advent knitting. So it's been a busy week. If you've been following my Vlogmas videos, you've seen what I've been up to. Although a lot of the time I lead a really boring existence. So sometimes there's just not a whole awful lot to show on my Vlogmas stuff, but I still have fun doing them, and I plan on continuing with that. So, cold and dreary day, back to my autumn mug, but I'm drinking hot cocoa. The hubby's been on a hot chocolate kick lately, and I figured I better get some of it before he's down the entire box full of packets. So I figured I better sneak one out while he's not looking. And it's just the right temperature for drinking right now. So anyway, enough of that rambling. So I've been busy with work stuff. We have come through the last week of classes this past week. Now I just have a little bit of grading to catch up on, and then final papers and final exams will be coming in the first half of the week coming up. So once that grading is done, final grades are submitted, I'm done for the semester. So there is a lot of other stuff I do need to work on during the break, but I do plan on spending a goodly part of my time just recharging my batteries and knitting. There's no surprise there, is there? So my Advent knitting. One project I'm mostly keeping up with. Second project I've fallen behind, and I cast on a third project. I can't keep up with two, so let's just add one more, right? Why not? Anyway, my first Advent project is my Advent scarf for 2022. Now this is, oops, don't fall down you. This is a project by, the designer is Trisha Weatherston, and it ties in with, and it's an extension of Sock Madness. And every fall Trisha does a Advent scarf pattern where she releases a little bit each day throughout December for the first 24 days of December. And this year it's 22 rows. I haven't kept up every day. Just for an example, to this morning I've worked on day 8 and 9, and I will be starting day 10 once I'm done filming. So I'm behind. But here's where we are so far. It's a fun pattern. Each of these blocks have, that one's blowing out, hard to see, but each of the blocks has a different basket weave type of design. And I'm having a lot of fun with this. It's not a lot of knitting, it's only 50 odd stitches wide. I forget how many off the top of my head, and 22 rows in a day, so it's not a lot of knitting, but it's a nice amount. If I was doing nothing else, I would be able to keep up, but it is what it is. So I'm ready to start day 10. This is a little stitch marker. You're seeing the back of it. A little stitch marker that I have added in here. It's just a little charm that I put on a a bulb marker. I have some of the ends still to weave in. Once I'm done with day 10, I suspect I will come back and weave in these ends. I've done all of this part, all the ends are woven in. So I am trying to every couple days, every maybe 3-4 days at most, try to tuck in all the tails as I'm going. So I'll knit for several days and then I'll catch up on the tails. Then I'll knit for another few days, catch up on the tails. So I don't really want to get to the end of 24 days and have 14,000 ends to tuck in. There's quite a few ends that this generates. So it's using an intarsia technique and basket weave. So the yarn I'm using is the Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Sport Weight, and it's 100% Peruvian Highland wool. And I'm using, I think, 7 or 8 different colors. I think I'm up to 8 colors now. They're almost all listed in my project page. So if you're curious on the colors in here, that's where you'll find that. I cannot list them off by memory. That won't work. It's not enough memory up there to do that. But that is my Advent scarf for 2022. And I'm excited to be mostly keeping up with it. I do fall a little bit behind, and like today I was midway through day 8. I finished day 8, finished day 9, and I'm ready to start day 10 today. So every once in a while I do fall behind, and then I do a quick catch up and then fall behind again. It is what it is. My second work in progress and my second Advent project is the anthology throw. Now this is on, the cables are too short to be able to show it to you much more detail than this, but for this I am using an Advent calendar. Let me just put this down. I will show you the box for the Advent calendar. Hope that's all in frame. I think it was. So it's by Orlando Fiber Arts, and I'm very much enjoying this Advent calendar. I have opened up all 10 days. I show them each day. I show it off on my Vlogmas video, and right now I am on day 5. And I've opened 10. So I have a ways to go to catch up. So when I saw you last, I had the day 1, the red, completed. So in the last week I have added a goodly bit. The yellow is such a bright color. And I've decided I'm just going to use the colors as they come out of the Advent calendar. I will love this blanket no matter, or throw, shawl, whatever. Once it's done, I will love it no matter what. It's just such a gorgeous collection of colors. So again, I'm on color 5. I think I have 2.5 rounds to go to finish round round 5, or color 5. And then I'm ready to move on to 6. In round 6, we increase this, we double the number of stitches. So I think what I might end up doing on this round, or after, once I've increased the stitches and doubled the stitches again, what I think I'll do is I might add another cable or switch out the cable on my interchangeable needles, because it is getting a little bit tight, and I suspect once I've doubled them and go from 200 and something to 500 and some stitches, it's going to be awfully tight on the short needle that I've got on there now, or short cable. So I suspect that's what I will be doing with that. And because I don't, ouch, I just stabbed myself. And because I don't have enough knitting to do each day, I did start and cast on the Advent leftover scrappy socks that I told you I was thinking of doing. So here they are so far. So what I have decided to do with these, I'm doing them toe up. It's just a basic vanilla toe up pattern. It'll have a heel gusset, or a gusset heel turn and heel flap on it. But I'm going to do the toe, the heel turn and flap in bare, and the cuff in bare. And I'm just using whatever yarn is left over after each of the sections on the anthology throw. So that's where I am with this one right now. So I did get behind because I spent extra time. Wednesday, I think I started these. I think it was Wednesday. So once I'm done with day 5, I will add that in. I've got this much left of color 4. I will add in color 5 and do a couple rounds in that one. I am finding with this pattern, so this is the Anthology Throw is a pattern by Helen Stewart, if I didn't mention that yet. It's from her Knit Vent ebook this Christmas. And she has recommendations all through the pattern for where to change colors. Now I found that some of my colors, even though all of mine are 20 gram minis, I'm finding that some of the colors I'm running out before I get to where I should change colors, and others I have enough, and I have a little tiny little ball of yarn left over. It's usually less than a gram, so it's only a few rounds on my socks, but I'm finding that it's not coordinating exactly. I think on color 3 I ran out of yarn. Yeah, color 3 I think I ran out of yarn 2 rounds early. And then round 4 I had to switch, or in color 4 I had to stop 1 round before it suggested to start 5. I've heard other people mention that round 6 they've run out about 4 rounds before their Advent calendar day, or their 20 gram skein allowed them. So, and I am suspecting in day 6 that will happen, because you double the number of stitches, but there's still almost as many rounds as we've been doing in round 5 and under. So I'm not surprised that people are saying they run out. So in hindsight, if I were to start this wrap over again, I would use each and every mini until the end and just change colors when I run out of one, and then continue. And I know several people are doing theirs that way. And in hindsight, I wished I had done that too, but I did not. And where I'm also have already started the Advent leftover socks, I don't want to switch and continue doing that now. Probably would be in my best interest to just switch and do it that way now, but I want to save a little bit of each skein so I can do at least 1 round or a couple rounds on my socks. Initially I had hoped that I might get two pair of sort of shorties out of the Advent. It's highly unlikely that'll happen. I probably will need to use all 24 colors because I only have a couple rows in each of the colors so far. So either which way, I'll love them when they're done. So this seems to be a little bit shorter episode today. I think partly because I've been showing you progress on each of my Advent projects all week, particularly since I posted last week on my my podcast. But that's it for my knitting this week. I've got the 3 Advent projects on the go. I will not have anything more to add to my socks until I finish day 5. So my plans for the rest of the day, I plan to get day 10 complete on my Advent scarf, and then switch over and start working on the anthology throw and try to get day 5 done so that I can add day 5 onto my socks. And I didn't bring it with me. I have the yarn caked up for day 6 already. It's sitting over on my desk over on the other side of the room, and that's ready. The others, day 7, 8, 9, and 10, I'm so far behind on this throw, are all, I've just tucked them back into the box that they came in each day on the Advent calendar. And I'm hoping and planning, pretty certain I will be ordering in the next week or so the same designer, Orlando Fiber Company. She has a 12-day Advent calendar that has a 50-gram skein of yarn for each of the 12 days in the shorter Advent calendar. So what I think I mentioned this in a previous episode, what I'd like to do with that is order that and start a pair of sort of shorty socks each month in 2023. So for Advent day 1, I will open the first box and make a pair of sort of shorties with that skein of yarn. Probably using contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs with either a bare yarn or something else. And then open the second skein on February 1st and make a pair in February. And continue that all the way through to December. That's the plan. So I do plan on ordering that in the next little while, probably in the upcoming week. And I also this morning, I have no business ordering more yarn. I have enough yarn to keep me knitting to keep me knitting forever. But I saw a video a few weeks back with a girl in her wool is closing her yarn dyeing shop, or online yarn dyeing shop, and she had not really a sale, but she had her final store update this morning, and what she had in there were a few mystery bundles. You could order them in sock weight or DK, and each of them would be 100 grams, roughly 100 grams of yarn, and they were done in either they might be 10 minis, 10 20-gram minis, or not 10 10-gram minis, sorry about that. Might be 520s, it might be 250s, it might be a 70 and 3. It's any combination of either the 10-gram, 20-gram, 50 or 70-gram skeins of yarn, and some combination of that to equal 100 grams. So I ordered 2 of them, and so hopefully that'll get here in a decent amount of time. She doesn't live I think she's also in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. She's not too far from where I live, but I'm not sure how long it'll take to get everything packaged up and shipped out. And then how long it'll take the post office to get it here with all the Christmas mail stuff. But so I ordered that, so I will show you that when that arrives. Might be by next week, probably not till the week after. And depending on what's in there, I'll decide what I'll make with it. Probably socks, possibly a cowl, we shall see. And with these mystery yarns, there's no deliberate attempt to coordinate them so that it'll be a fade or anything like that. It's random. It's just all of her. They might be some of her Advent leftovers, whatever. It's mix and match, complete mystery. So I'm so excited to see what comes in that bundle. And aside from that, that's about it. Like I said, school is winding down. I keep hearing people outside. So school is winding down. We have final exams this week now coming up. The last of my grading has to get finished up, and then I'm done until early part of January when we're back in session again. So I am looking forward to a break. And I'm looking forward to getting a bunch of knitting done. And a bunch of other things around the house. My house looks like a bomb has gone off in it. If you watched my my vlogs where I'm just sitting and I'm just videotaping myself and you can see the mess behind me, I need to tidy up some. Especially my craft room is a disaster. So as long as I get to my little corner where I can sit and knit, I'm fine. I'm happy. So anyways, I better get going, and I shall see you guys again in a week or tomorrow if you're watching my Vlogmas videos. I know not everyone has the time or the energy or the inclination to watch a bunch of Vlogmas videos, so if you're not watching those, I will see you in a week. If you are watching those, I will see you tomorrow. Alrighty, take care everyone, and I will see you soon. Bye.